come outside and play. One last time, close your laptop, beloved. Close it. Yeah, you've done enough for the year. Happy birthday, Jesus. Yeah, you should quit your job. I'm lying. Jipange kwanza kabla quit job because I want to pay your rent. But if my therapist is watching this, I'm sorry I ghosted you. Be like Rose of the Titanic. Put yourself on the raft. Jack asikie baridi uko kwanza. Wewe uko warm so that one of us at least is surviving. I'm sick. Why? It's that bad. Do you not see a needle sticking out of my arm? A 13-year-old you meeting you today would be like, wow, you made it, boo. So I hope you're heavy in your bag next year. I hope if you're a babe that your waist gets slimmer and your ass gets thicker next year. I hope your bag gets bigger. I hope your brain grows. Hi besties, welcome to my YouTube channel. In case it's your first time here, hi, karibu sana. My name is Sandy Joe. Welcome to the Sandy gang. I'm so excited. Oh my god, not my Christmas decor trying to steal my hair. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. Yes, it is the 27th of December, but when you see this, it's going to be the absolute last day of the year. How brilliant is that? So it's like a time capsule. I get to talk to you in advance about the last day of the year. I'm so excited for the year to end. I'm so excited that we made it this far. Ah, beautiful, beautiful scenes. The plan was to do a giveaway for you guys between Vlogmas and now. And I've just decided I need a break. So you get it in January. I promise I will still do the giveaway. I'm excited to do that. First of all, thank you so much, Ifa on the beat. The makeup is makeup-ing. I'm really excited about it. I will be hosting at Blah Blah tonight, and on the day you see this, I will be hosting at the Orchid. So come outside and play. One last time, close your laptop, beloved. Close it. Yeah, you've done enough for the year. So as the title suggests, this video is about 24 things that I have learned in 2024. It's also low-key are things I'm grateful for in 2024. So you can just infer, you get it, read between the lines and know that these are things I'm grateful for because they're things I learned. You get me? Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's get into it expeditiously because I was cooking and that food tastes so good. I want to go and bite right now. Okay. I made myself a gin and tonic to celebrate getting to the end of Vlogmas, 24 days of vlogging, and I'm gonna have a Ferrero Rocher as well. This is the Tanqueray Royale, that's why it's purple. That's it. Happy birthday, Jesus. Yeah, we did great. We did so great, besties. So the first thing I'm grateful for, I'm not wearing my specs, so if you see me squint, that's why. And I'm not going to chora that line here. So makeup lazima ikaivi mpaka kesho. First thing I'm grateful for, or first thing I've learned this year, and some of these things are lessons I've carried on from 23, 22 as well, but like they were just so present this year that I had to talk about them. First thing I've learned is if they wanted to, they would. I know we always say if he wanted to, he would, talking about a romantic partner, but what I've learned is if they wanted to, whatever their pronouns are, and on top of that, whether it's your friends, your family, your boss, if they wanted to, they would. People understand your value, they understand your worth, they know where you need to be met. You communicate your boundaries repeatedly, you communicate your love language repeatedly, and they do nothing about it. It's because they don't want to. You're just not the person for them, surely. If it's the job, you've been asking for a raise, you've been putting in the work, you've been staying in late, coming in earlier than everybody else, doing all the things you're supposed to deliver. You've been asking for a raise, you've bettered yourself at school, you went ahead and got that postgraduate diploma, and they're still not listening. It's not because they can't, it's because they don't want to. They have decided that you don't deserve it, and therefore thereby you should quit your job. I'm lying. Jipange kwanza kabla quit job because I want to pay your rent. But like, just know that you can be valued better elsewhere. So if they wanted to, they would. If it's a partner, if it's a relationship, you've been asking for the same things for years and years and years, nothing is happening. It's because they decided you're not worth it. So if you were, if they found their perfect person who was worth it, they would do it. So what are you still doing in that relationship? Get me? If it's a friendship and you've been talking about how you feel like it's not reciprocal and it's not, your love is not being reciprocated, and you keep talking and talking and talking about it, they're not doing it because they can't. It's because they decided you, my friend, are not worth it. If it's an agency, if it's a brand that you're working with and you've kept asking them to pay you more. Maybe your rate has gone up over the past few years that you've been working with them, or your following has gone up, or your engagement or your reach, and you feel like you deserve more. You've been putting in more work. You've been shooting in 1080, now you're shooting in 4K. You've been shooting yourself on your phone, now you're using a videographer. And because of all these things and many more, you deserve a raise. They're not giving you a raise. Or they've decided they don't have a budget for you. It's for you, they don't have a budget. For other people, imagine they have the budget. Just not for you. Sorry to you, dear. So if they wanted to, they would. I learned that 1,000 times over in the hardest ways possible. Just know that if they wanted to, they would. Lesson number 2. I am more than just my accomplishments. And this one is really difficult for me, so I'm not sure whether I should say I've learned it or I am learning it. I think let's use present continuous, because this is why your girl is in therapy. One of the reasons why, one of the thousands of reasons why your girl is seeing a therapist or is going to continue to see a therapist, because I took a break. Guy, if my therapist is watching this, I'm sorry I ghosted you. So, I really struggled with attaching my value and my self-worth to my accomplishments. That's something that I've always done. Both my parents were teachers. My dad was for a very short time though. But like mtoto wa mwalimu is just expected to like do better than everybody else. I was a deputy head girl, and then I was I don't know what, and then I was first runners up Miss Aga Khan High, and then I went on to do so many other great things. Very recently I was the valedictorian at USIU, so I'm so used to, I have so many accolades. Like I have awards from sports, from playing for the national team, from playing for my varsity team. I have awards from academia, all the way from primary school. I have awards from my craft, modeling. Like I'm just always the one that is getting these accolades, and therefore thereby I have a problem dissecting the two. So I feel like I'm always my accomplishment. So if I don't accomplish something, if I set out to do something and I don't accomplish that goal, then I'm very hard on myself, because I feel like my self-worth diminishes, because I feel like I am that accomplishment. So if I wasn't best in this, then I'm not that person. Or if I didn't get this scholarship to go to this place, then maybe I'm not as good enough as I think. And I really start doubting myself and self-sabotaging. So I am learning, and I hope you are too, that as a perfectionist, as a type A, as all these things, as a prodigy child, that we are not our accomplishments. We are whole people before we are those things. We are best in this, that, and the third. So I am learning present continuous. Makofi na vigelegele. Clap for me where you are. Third, I have learned to create time for joy, because time for sorrow always creates itself. One thing about me, I will enjoy life. This December, hey, key December, I have really Decembered. Friend, najua birthday ni ya Yesu si yangu. People were like, oh, Yesu alizaliwa Bethlehem, munenda Meru kufanya nini? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. We are living our best lives. So I feel like there's always time for sorrow. And when it's a tragedy, it happens when it happens. There's no time to prepare yourself. Doesn't care whether it's Christmas, it's a holiday, it's New Year's, tragedy is here, it's time for sorrow. So that time always creates itself. Times to be sad creates themselves. So why should I now not add on to that and now stress myself with, oh my God, what if this, that, and the third? No. We're going to enjoy the moment of joy. I will create that time of joy. If it means playing kati, being childlike, I don't know, skipping rope, riding a bike at Karura, if it means playing a board game with my family members, just living in the present, doing a sip and paint in my front yard, I will just create time for the little pockets of sunshine. Because I know when the time for sorrow comes, it'll come with a bang. It won't even ask for my permission. Okay? Number 4, go where you're valued. I saw this video by KS Jackson, 50 Cent. I don't know if I can find it because it's not my phone, but he was talking about, this is obviously not verbatim, I'm gonna paraphrase, and he said something to the effect of, water costs $1 at the grocery store, but it costs $4 at the bar, and it costs $7 at the VIP lounge in an airport or on an airplane. So it's the same water, but because it's changed its location, it adds in value. So you are sitting somewhere you're not valued, and you're wondering why the people around you are not seeing your value. It's because of where you are. Remove yourself, dear. Remove yourself from where you are and take yourself to the plane. Because on the plane, where else are you going to buy the water? If you don't buy this one, you will just be parched forever. So remove yourself and take yourself to the symbolic plane, so that you're somewhere where you're valued and you don't have to keep explaining your worth, especially if your art or your craft is something like mine, where like you need to almost explain to people why you deserve to be paid this much. There's no like rule book or set book of this is how much someone should be paid. So it's just based on what people value you. go where you're valued, friend. Just leave the grocery store today. Thank you. Number 5, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. I think Michael Jordan said this, number 23, something close to that. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if I take 100 shots and maybe I make 2 buckets, then that's 2%, right? 2% is a lot more than 0%. But if I don't take any shots, if I just stand there, then I don't... You get where I'm going with this. So if you don't take the shot, then you are not likely to make it. If the shot is applying to a school you've always wanted to go to, or hitting on someone, there's this person you have a crush on that you just wanted to shoot your shot for life, but you're just quiet. They don't know you want them, so if you didn't shoot your shot, how are you gonna make the basket? You get what I'm saying? If it's a brand you've always wanted to work with, shoot your shot. My longest surviving brand, Nivea EA, I love them so much to bits and pieces. I shot my shot 4 years ago. I am still working with Nivea. So you sitting there saying, wow, I wish I would work with this brand. Hey, send them a DM, send them an email, remind them in 2 weeks, remind them again. Make content, tag them, shoot your shot. So if they don't work with you, it's not anything you did or didn't do. It's they didn't say you, but you did shoot your shot. Number 6, closed mouths don't get fed. Who said this? Lil Wayne. So closed mouths don't get fed. Like, it's exactly what I'm saying. There's this analogy where if you hold on too tight to a dollar bill and you don't open your hand, then there's no room for the $100 bill to be placed. It's something very similar. Closed mouths don't get fed. If I don't tell people that I want to work with them, or I am a hostess and a content creator and I am an artist in this, right, and I am good at doing this, that, and the third, and I think I deserve to be paid for it by you people because our brands align. How are they supposed to know? Do you know how many people brands see per day? You'd be like, oh, but I tagged them that one time. You tag them one time, someone is tagging them 20 times, and there's 500 of us tagging them. They will not see you, my friend. They will not see you. So it's on you to put yourself out there repeatedly and to shout at the rooftops that you deserve this. Not you think, you know you deserve this, and this is why, and back it up with facts and put in the work so that when they do work with you and they take a chance on you, you earned it. I'm mostly speaking to content creators in this video, but I think it applies no matter what your job is. Just open your mouth and say, if someone is stepping on you and they don't know they're stepping on you and they've put all their body weight on you, if you don't yelp and scream and say you're stepping on me, they won't know that. So open your mouth, okay? Yeah, please do that. Number 7, adult friendships are work. Don't I know it? Especially after going back to school, I feel like I became such an unintentional friend. I have since fixed that. I've since fixed that with everybody. My partner, my siblings, my mom, my best friend, I've since fixed it, but it's because I was intentional about it. So adult friendships are work. When we are younger, we would all go to the same school and we'd be picked up by the same school bus or whatever, and we would all go to the same church and we would all conglomerate at the same, I don't know, summer camp or whatever you did if you were St. John Ambulance or a scout or whatever. So it was very easy to just be friends because like the environment was very optimum. You get me? But now as adults, we have to go out of our way, sacrifice a lot of time. Like now, if I came and beat my face so that I could do this video for you, so that I could intentionally watch the latest Beyonce visuals on Netflix with my sister. So this is something I'm going out of my way. Like I planned my day from when I woke up that I was gonna do all these things so much earlier so that I would have time for her. So adult friendships are hard work. You have to put in more work. There's a lot of other dynamics that come into play. It's our first time doing life, all of us. So we all are trying to navigate this really hard thing. Financial stability is a huge thing. People are trying to better themselves in their careers and their work and their school. So amidst all that, I still have to make time for my friendships and be social and sociable. It's just a lot of work. So if you're not willing to put it in, you're not going to have any friends, I'm sorry to say, okay? Another thing I've learned is number 8, you cannot pour from an empty cup. This is such a fat lesson, and from a psychologist, I am telling you for free, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Your cup is empty, what are you pouring? So please take care of yourself. Please cherish yourself. Take care of your mental wellness first so that you're able to be there for other people if necessary and when necessary. It's okay that your cup is empty and you're not able to show up for everyone at the same time at once. It's okay to tell someone, I am not able to take this call right now, or I do not have the emotional capacity to deal with what you are going through at the moment. I wish you Godspeed, but I physically am unable to be there for you. Yes, it sounds hurtful, but it's more hurtful and detrimental to yourself if you keep showing up for people when you have no business showing up for them, and now you are in the worst state. You've fallen into depression because you are trying to be there for everybody, and now nobody is being there for you, and you're just depressed by yourself. Do you want this for yourself? Because I don't want this for you. It's okay. It's okay to be selfish. Just do that. Okay? No pouring from empty cups. Number 9, stick to the plan, not your mood. You get it? So you can't pour from an empty cup. It's okay to put yourself first. Even on the plane, cabin crew tells us, first grab your mask before you trying to help everyone, your children. I know it's not instinctual. You're gonna, especially I'm speaking in a vacuum, I don't have any children. So I know it might be difficult for you as a parent to be like, okay, let me just put on mine first, then my child will try to save your child. In the process, you might both not get the mask. So if there's a raft and you're trying, be like Rose of the Titanic. Put yourself on the raft, Jack asikie baridi, uko kwanza, wewe uko warm, so that one of us at least is surviving. So it's okay to put yourself first. There's situations where you might feel a little guilty doing it, or you feel like someone needs you more. If you're able to extend yourself to that degree, that's fine. But you can't make a habit out of extending yourself for other people, because I guarantee you, more than half of them will not extend themselves for you. I am a living, breathing, and walking example. Let me tell you mine. Alrighty, stick to the plan, not your mood. That's number 9. This is just about discipline. We're not always going to be motivated. Case in point, Vlogmas. I was not always motivated to vlog or do Vlogmas or edit. But I vlogged every day for 24 days because I was disciplined. So the plan was to post every day. So I went out of my way to stick to that plan. If I stuck to my mood, I think you guys would have gotten maybe 5 episodes, 6 max, including this one. So just find the discipline to wake up and do it. And I think it's the same with most things, like going to the gym, going to work. Who wants to wake up when it's raining and go to a job that they hate? None of us. But we're disciplined because that will put food on the table and will pay for other niceties that we need in this life. So stick to the plan, not to your mood. Number 10, nobody's coming to save you. Yeah, it sounds harsh, but imagine absolutely nobody's coming to save you. The only people who owe you on this earth are your parents, and they only owe you to a degree. Once you're past 18 and umeshika ID, like, they don't really owe you like that. They will provide the basics. They should provide an education. But past that, you're really on your own. If you're chilling there thinking, oh, this person will save me, this person will help me pay for this, or this one will help me buy this, nobody owes you. It would be nice if a friend or a partner or a family member came through for you, but they're not obligated to. It's on you to save yourself. Other than Jesus, nobody coming to save you. So save yourself right now, dear. Number 11, forgive yourself. Mistakes are for learning. So I'm also very difficult with this. Like, I'll forgive other people, especially when I feel like they're sincere, but I'm very difficult on myself. I will remember, like, 10 years ago, there's that thing I did that I should have done a different way and it would have ended up differently. I'll remember it. Like, unprovoked, I'll just be like, wow, that day I really should have done this. Maybe I would have gotten a higher grade, an A instead of an A minus by 1 point. I'm very, very hard on myself. So I am learning, present continuous, to forgive myself. So forgive yourself. Mistakes are a learning curve. You learn not to do it that way the next time. And none of us is perfect. Like I've said, we are all living this life for the first time ever. So it makes sense that we're making mistakes, because, like, who has been here on this earth before? Not me. If I have, I was probably here as a dog. Okay. Another one, thank you. Number 12, stay consistent. This is with anything, but I'm going to talk about content and content creation. Please be consistent. I've never been consistent on YouTube. I think this is the most consistent I've ever been with Vlogmas, and I hope to carry that on into the new year now with my weekly vlogs. But you can't expect results when you are not consistent. It just doesn't make any sense. I feel like consistency begets progress. You're not going to make any progress if you're not consistent. My biggest app is Instagram, and I'm the most consistent on that app. I wasn't even trying for TikTok, but I post there almost every day, every other day, and the page is growing. So clearly the consistency is helpful. So just be consistent in whatever it is you're doing, whether you're going on a fitness journey, or you're trying to better yourself at work, or you're trying to get good grades at school. You don't make those good grades in your last year only. Like, my master's is almost 3 years. I have to study from the first semester to the last one consistently until I get the results I want. So just be consistent. Even if it's in your relationship, be consistent, pour into it repeatedly and consistently until it bears the fruit you want. Okay, bestie? I hate that my pump always comes on when I'm talking. Like, I feel like I've been yelling at you guys this whole time, and I'm so sorry about that. But I was competing with my pump, and now it's off. I hope the neighbors doesn't go off, so I can speak at a normal octave. Alrighty, number 13, love on your people. This is so very important. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be your friends, your siblings, your cousins, whoever are your people, your chosen family. Please love on them. Like, life is not promised. It really isn't. One day they're here, the next day they're not. And it's so grim, but it's the reality. One day you're here, another day you're not. So just love on the people that you love. Tell them every day that you love them. Let them know how much they mean to you always. Like, I find it's really, really important, because we won't always have opportunity to tell them. We are not always in a good space with them to tell them. But when you can't show them and tell them that you love them, please do this. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. Let me see if you're still filming. Hey, you're still filming. I still need a new phone for the new year, guys. Similar to me, iPhone 14 Pro Max 1 terabyte. Okay, love on your people. I already talked about that. 14, the power of now. Stay grounded, stay present. I think a lot of us are obsessed with what happened in the past, which leads to depression, or what will happen to the future, which would lead you into anxiety. So not particularly the disorder, but the English word for it, the English dictionary definition. That's what I'm trying to say, the dictionary definition for it. So we just beat ourselves up about things that already happened and we can't change, or, oh, what if this happens and this, that, and the third, and we forget to just stop and smell the roses. Like, feel the sunshine on your face, smell the rose, put your feet bare on grass, like, go touch grass, just live in the present moment. Because I know we take it for granted, but these calm times aren't always guaranteed. Who knew the COVID pandemic was going to strike us like that? We were going to be separated and quarantined and social distancing and all of these things, and we took so much for granted. I remember I was hugging people so tight after COVID, and I think I've let go of that. And it's my passion to hug people, because physical touch is my love language. So don't forget how good we have it. Just live in the present and let tomorrow take care of itself tomorrow. Okay? Alrighty. Another thing I've learned is that there's room for flexibility. Always, 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 always. I am a very rigid person because I am a perfectionist. So when I do things, I want them done a particular way. I'm going to highlight everything in a separate color. I'm going to have a timetable for content. I'm going to want to do things a very precise way. And for the most part, because we live in a society that is very stuck on, what do I say, perfection and organization, and it rewards it, then I have a personality trait that is preferred. So someone else might be seen as lazy and so on and so forth, which they may be to a degree, but I feel like it's okay to relax a little bit. You understand? Like, it's not the end of the universe that this thing didn't happen on the day I wanted it to happen, the way I wanted it to happen, with the colors I wanted it to happen in. It's okay to be a little flexible. I'll give you an example. I almost gave up on Vlogmas because between day 19 and 24, I was very, very busy. And I'm so blessed that I got to work around that time, because now this is money that I'm going to be able to spend in January. But I was so extremely busy and overwhelmed, and my heart was not in a good place as well. So I tried to keep pushing myself, but there was actually no time to create anything for you. And I was like, okay, so I haven't posted day 19, so see, I just quit Vlogmas. I've done 18 days. That's more than most people do anyway. And then I was like, hold up. I can be flex. It's okay to combine day 19 and 20. Anyway. It's okay to combine day 21 to 24, because that's when I've amassed enough content to show you, and I'm in a better place mentally, because I can't pour from an empty cup, and I'm in a better place mentally to show this to you and edit and show you. And I really like this version of Sandy. Like, she doesn't let go all the way. Like, to a degree, I still must post Vlogmas, but like, I'm okay with it not happening exactly the way I had envisioned it. And I think you should employ this too. 16, it's okay to do it yourself. I'm the queen of doing it myself. Like, get somebody else to do it. I will do it, imagine. I can do it. I prefer not to, but I can do it if I need to. Also, part B of that is that I'm okay to, I'm not saying don't ask for help. That's obviously the caveat. Please ask for help when you need it. Don't just be there, I'm a strong, independent woman, I can do it. Like Gabrielle Union in that Almost Christmas movie. Is it Almost Christmas? That other one, the Christmas one, you get it. But I feel like sometimes you're not always going to get people to do it with. So it's okay to do it yourself. There's a time I'll never forget. I think it was like 2016. I planned this coast trip with my friends, and we were all supposed to go. We all saved up, and I was in my broke era, by the way. So we were doing it. Like, we were staying at a backpackers and so on. And then trip time comes and they just cancelled on me. And I was like, I'm going on this trip. Do you know I went by myself? I went solo trip. And when I'm posting, they're like, guy, you went? I'm like, yeah, girl, I went. Tell me why 3 or 4 days later they showed up. And they even left after me because now I found a way to stretch my money. I made a friend. Her name is Leslie. I will never forget her. She's also an August baby. So I made a friend. And we just would like look for a tour guide, go to for Jesus and so on and so forth. And we just had a terrific time. And I was just like, by the way, I don't have to wait for people to do these things with. If there's nobody to do it with, do it yourself, okay? And if nobody else wants to do it or is believing in your vision at the minute, you believe in your vision and do it. Just do it. You'll be fine. 17, bad days are normal. Falling apart is part of the process. I think sometimes when we're having a rough day, we feel like we're weak, and we were also cultured, especially men, Black African men have been cultured to believe that they should just be strong all the time, no tears, no time for weakness, and so on and so forth. And just in general, especially if you're raised by a boomer like I was, they were born in the struggle and they struggled for everything they had, and they were all number one in school, and they had to fight a lion and cross the river and pass crocodiles. So they just believe in the struggle. They wear it like a badge of honor. Please no. I wish I was a Gen Z, but I think in my spirit I look young. We don't have to struggle to get where we are going. It's okay to have a bad day and just be like, you know what, I need to take a day off. We'll pick this up tomorrow. I'm so sorry, gang. We ran out of space, but we're almost done. We were on number 17, and we're talking about how it's normal to have a bad day. I know we were raised in a society that does not allow us to have an off day or just have a moment to take to ourselves because it's considered weak. It's considered unmanly or emasculate to cry or feel your feelings and so on and so forth. I'm just here to tell you it's okay. Take the day off. You deserve. Nobody will die because you took the day off. Are you a firefighter? Are you the police? Are you? No? Wow. Are you in the Justice League? Oh, wow. You are not. Wow. Okay, then take the day off. If it's an emergency, they'll call somebody else. Put your phone on D&D and just take some time for yourself so that you can refill your cup so you're able to pour from it better. You feel me? Okay, number 18, it's okay to take time off. This just piggybacks on what I've just said, but it's okay to just take some time to reflect or like be one with yourself or to be away from people, because I realize that I have a job that is very involving socially. I'm also extroverted. People call me bubbly. It's one of the first adjectives people use to describe me. So when I'm having an off day or if I'm even physically unwell, it's like people don't take me seriously. I remember there's a time I was staying at Ibis to recuperate. I had a branula sticking out of my arm here. Like you could see it with bandage on it. I was breaking a fever every 2 seconds. And when I'd had enough of the event and I was peopled out and I was going back to my room, people were like, Sandy, where are you going? I was like, to sleep. Already, it's so early. I'm sick. Why? It's that bad. Do you not see a needle sticking out of my arm? So I feel like there's some of us who have just been brandished as the strong one. Please check on your strong friends. Like most times they need you, but nobody ever asks them how they're doing. And as one of the strong friends, you will need to like kick down my door and samba me into the bed and ask me, are you okay? For me to now be like, okay, I'm not doing too well. So please check on your strong friends. Take time off. Let people love on you when you need it, because many times we need it and we don't ask. Number 19, another thing I learned, it's my life. Imagine that. The sun is setting, so I hope you can still see me nicely. It's my life. You are the protagonist of your life. Imagine it's your life. Even if it's mistakes you're making, they are for your life. Mtu asikusumbue. Maisha ni yako dia. Oh, you wear too much makeup, it's my face. Yeah. You drink too much, it's my liver. Of course, hatutaki kukuchangia ukienda India because you have liver cancer and you have cirrhosis. But within limits, everything is your life. I know sometimes people think they mean well. Sometimes they don't even mean well. They and nobody asks them for their unsolicited advice. But oh, wow, your acrylics are too long. It's my hands. How do you shower? It's my body. You just wash yours and focus on yourself. At the end of the day, it is your life and you are in control of it. Don't let other people's opinions skew your judgment when you know in your gut that this is the right thing that you're doing for yourself. Because if it all falls apart, they won't be there to be like, yeah, but they mean don't decision bias, so maybe I should help you along. They don't care. They'll just laugh in the corner. So it's your life. Please take control of it like the protagonist you are. When you're starring, you're the one. You have the power to demote, fire, promote as you wish. So it's your life. Deal with it how you would like. Number 20. Oh, wow. I forgot I had a drink. Number 20. I cannot bring everyone where I'm going. This was a big fat lesson for me. I've been learning it more and more over the years. And I've realized the older I get, the more I actually don't give a like I'm the worst person to have an IDGAF contest with because we'll never talk again. I actually cannot be bothered. There's so much going on in my life right now. I don't have the time. I just don't. And it's okay. I'm not bringing everybody where I'm going. Me, when I end up, maybe there's not room for all of us. Now, why would I carry all these people along? It's okay to lose friendships on the way. It's okay to lose relationships on the way. You need to be at peace with that because it's inevitable. Change is inevitable. It's the only constant. It's going to happen. So, some friends, you have them just for a season to teach you a lesson or to help you along in a way or to be like your group member in your classwork. And after that, there's really no value they're adding to your life and there's really none that you're adding to theirs. It's okay to not carry all of the luggage with you everywhere you're going because some rooms you're going to, they won't even fit. They're not fit to be in that room with you and they're not fit to be in your future. So it's okay to leave some people behind. I've left many behind and I have not died. So it's okay. Not everybody can come where I'm going and that's fine. Not everybody can come where you're going. Even me, maybe I'm in your life just for this season and after this, I've served my purpose and now you need to sow. I don't want to be the anvil to your balloon. Now I'm the stone to your balloon. You're supposed to be sowing. Kata namakasi. Cut it big so that you can sow and the stone can remain as the stone. Okay? Okay. So you can't bring everyone where you're going and that's fine. They also can't bring you everywhere they're going and please don't be mad. It's just life. That's how it is. Number 21, family is super duper important. I've always been very heavy on family. Capital H heavy, uppercase heavy on family. I love mine to bits and pieces. I unfortunately no longer have a living paternal parent since 2013, but we are here and we are cruising nicely. I have a mom and 4 siblings that I love with every fiber of my being. Family is so important. My immediate family is more important to me than my extended family because you all know like the dad side of the family is a bit crazy, but I just love my family. Even the extended ones, my cousins, like I mess with them so heavily and I feel like the point of family is so you always have community whether or not you have friends, and I really really mess with mine and I hope you mess with yours. Even if it's just one person you really like, please hold them like this. Hold on to them for dear life. Number 22, I will never regret investing in myself. Imagine you will never regret it. If I decide I'm bettering myself, I'm buying a ring light, a tripod, I am building a studio worth 100K plus, I am paying for my master's so that I can be that much closer to being a doctor. Imagine you will never regret it. Investing in yourself, you will never regret. Invest in yourself as much as is possible. Invest in your looks. It sounds vain, but that's what we see when we see you first. Invest in your looks. Invest in how you smell. Invest in your clothes. Invest in your hair. Invest in your schooling. Invest in yourself, in your bank. Save money. Invest. Just invest in yourself. You will never ever regret it. Ever. Just invest in yourself. I'm rooting for you, bestie. Yeah. Another thing I have learned, number 23, 13-year-old me would be so gassed to see us today. So sometimes you manifest things and pray for things, and then when they come, you don't even realize that you've been wanting this for years and years on end. 13-year-old Sandy could not believe this. First of all, I grew up a tomboy. Like, I learned I was a girl in high school. My nickname in high school was hips, and I was like, why are these niggas calling me this? Yeah, my hips are actually wide. I learned that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm a girl? Damn, I start dressing like a girl. I mean, like John Cena, but like with a crop top. So I was very much in my earlier era. All my friends were male. All my best friends. I was in a group, and I was the only girl in it, and there was 6 of us. So I just grew up very tomboy. I looked up to my brothers very much. So I didn't even realize who I was until I was like, oh, damn. Plus, I was 2 years younger than everybody in my year. So I was very much a late bloomer, figuratively and literally. So I just, sometimes like I forget that girl would have loved to see. I became a model and got awards for it. I was #1 in school everywhere. What are you talking about? Oh my God, I became a content creator and people recognize me off the street even when I don't want them to. I became this beautiful, super duper girl who wears makeup and looks this good. I became this person who influences people and people look up to and send long ass DMs to on Instagram saying how I've made their life better in this way or the other. I said 13-year-old you, meeting you today would be like, wow, you made it, boo. So I know it's difficult to see because you're looking at it wholesomely, but like if you just think back to who you were when you were 13 and who you are today, please tell me that 13-year-old is not proud of the person you are today. Don't lie. Don't lie. They're very, very proud of you, so you should be proud of you too. Okay. And last but not least, number 24, Kobe. I have learned that the sun will rise again. So it's kind of symbolic because the sun is setting currently, and my favorite thing is sunsets because I'm never awake in time for sunrise unless I didn't sleep and then I watch the sunrise anyway. but the sun will rise again. Sometimes it seems like so doomy and gloomy. I've seen a lot of people do like they're wrapped and talk about how 2024 was their hardest year. This is the worst year. It just needs to end. And it's like, damn, is it that bad? Mine also had like pockets of, hey, what was that? But like wholesomely, when I look at it in a Pavlovic way, truly, it was not a terrible year. I worked with the most brands I've worked with this year. I think I was the best friend that I've ever been this year. I was the best partner that I've ever been this year. I was the best sibling and daughter that I've ever been this year. I went back to school. Like, there's so many big things that I accomplished that like the little things pale in comparison. So I know it might not have been a good year for everyone. I have some very close friends who are grieving at this time. It's so heartbreaking, but we're here still, and that's like something to look up to and to look forward to and to be thankful for. If all you did this year was survive, imagine it's okay. You survived. Like, we'll try again next year. It's not that deep. All you had to do this year was that survival, and you did it for almost 365 and a quarter days. You did it. So I'm really, really rooting for you. I'm rooting for the Sandy gang always and forever, and I hope you guys root for me wherever you are. And I would just like to wish you guys a happy new year. I hope you're heavy in your bag next year. I hope if you're a babe that your waist gets slimmer and your ass gets thicker next year. I hope your bag gets bigger. I hope your brain grows. I hope your dendrites just develop so much more so you can absorb that much more education. I hope you level up, whether it's in your career or school-wise or in your love life or in your personal relationships. I hope you go to therapy because we all need it, and I just hope you have the very, very best year. Thank you for sticking with me for 5 years now. Damn, that's a long time. That's almost as old as my niece is. Yay, Sandy gang. And I had you so much, and I will see you next year. Bye, Sandy gang. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.